I want to know why my science officer's been transferred without my consent. I want to know why my chief of operations is lying in the infirmary while the Jem'Hadar who beat him is free to walk the station.
Where do we begin with our favorite Captain Benjamin Sisko? He's a man who has a destiny as grand as the stars itself. He is easily a fan favorite. But do you know how old Captain Benjamin Sisko was before, during, and after his time on Star Trek Deep Space Nine? Let's take a closer look. Born in the grand year of 2332, Sisko blazed a trail as the franchise's first black male lead, seizing command of Deep Space Nine in the pilot episode Emissary. His tenure proved instrumental in the Dominion War, where he also assumed the role of emissary to the mystical Bajoran prophets. Yet, Sisko's narrative goes beyond the confines of DS9's narrative. Let's take a trip down memory lane back to 2366, when, at 34 years old, Sisko found himself thrust into the heart of the Battle of Wolf 359. An explosive clash between the indomitable Borg and the stalwart Federation. This moment not only marked a defining chapter in Federation history, but also brought personal tragedy upon Sisko, as he tragically lost his beloved wife, Jennifer Sisko, in the brutal conflict. The heart-wrenching loss became the defining factor of Sisko's character, creating his path and deeply influencing his actions and relationships throughout the series. Captain Benjamin Sisko's story in Deep Space Nine is like a thrilling space adventure mixed with tales of personal growth and discovery. He faces big challenges, but also explores deep questions about life, loss, and finding our place in the universe. Sisko's journey shows us that even in the vastness of space, the search for meaning and redemption is a universal quest. Sisko burst onto the scene in 2369 when DS9 first aired, making him a 37-year-old as he embarked on commanding the iconic space station. Fast forward through the intense interstellar drama and we find ourselves at the series finale, What You Leave Behind, in 2375. Here, Sisko is now a 43-year-old, made the ultimate sacrifice, ascending to the Celestial Temple to dwell among the prophets. Sisko's age might have stayed frozen in time, leaving fans to wonder what adventures he might have embarked on next. With his legacy firmly cemented in the Star Trek universe, Captain Sisko remains a symbol of courage and leadership for old and new alike. Coming to think of it, Captain Benjamin Sisko's age after Star Trek Deep Space Nine is a bit of a puzzle. When he became a non-corporeal, non-linear being in the Celestial Temple, he likely stopped aging. This means that although he was 43 when he died, he doesn't age like regular humans anymore. As the Star Trek universe expands, we can estimate Sisko's age in later series. For example, in Star Trek Picard, which takes place in the 25th century, Sisko would have been around 75 years old. This interestingly matches the age of actor Avery Brooks in 2023. The alignment between Sisko and Brooks' age adds depth to Sisko's character and makes Brooks' portrayal more believable. Captain Benjamin Sisko and the crew of Star Trek Deep Space Nine once saved the life of the legendary Captain James T. Kirk from Star Trek the original series. However, Kirk was completely unaware that his life had been in jeopardy. The storyline was part of the celebration of Star Trek's 30th anniversary in 1996. Sisko is a devoted father and friend, yet he can be a formidable adversary when the situation demands it. Captain Sisko's personality and approachable nature set him apart in the Star Trek universe, making him a captivating character to follow. Unlike the more reserved Picard, Sisko is not just a commanding officer, he's a friend to his crew, often sharing meals or engaging in friendly competitions like baseball. His ability to form genuine connections makes him relatable and engaging to audiences. Despite experiencing the tragic loss of his wife, Jennifer, Sisko finds love again with Cassidy Yates. leading to a marriage ceremony in Season 7. However, the most intriguing aspect of Sisko's character is his relationship with his son, Jake. Unlike other Star Trek captains who become parents later in the series, Sisko is a father from the start. Their relationship is a beautiful portrayal of a strong father-son bond, adding a touch of humanity and warmth to Sisko's character. Sisko's influence extends beyond his family and crew. He inspires those around him to strive for greatness. One of the most memorable examples is Nog, a Ferengi who dreams of joining Starfleet. Despite initial doubts, Sisko recognizes Nog's potential and after a test of character provides him with a letter of recommendation. This act of encouragement not only changes Nog's life, but also sets a precedent for other Ferengi to pursue their ambitions beyond the traditional Ferengi society. Sisko's anger, when unleashed, is a sight to behold. While he usually keeps it in check, his outbursts are intense and well-placed, showing a man who refuses to back down when he knows he is right. Whether facing off against superior officers, alien leaders like Kowin Adami, Sisko's resolve is unmatched. But Sisko's strength isn't just in his fists, it's in his mind as well. During the conflict with the Maquis, Sisko was betrayed by Michael Eddington, which shook him to the core. In For the Uniform, Sisko takes drastic measures, firing torpedoes at a Maquis planet to force Eddington's surrender. This ruthlessness sets him apart from other captains, showing that he's willing to do whatever it takes to uphold justice. In the midst of the Dominion War, Sisko faces yet another moral dilemma. In the pale moonlight, he takes Garak's help to manipulate the Romulans into joining the war, even if it means sacrificing his moral compass. Despite the controversial nature of his actions, Sisko's decisions are always driven by a deep commitment to keeping the Federation safe and stable. Both the torpedoes fired at the Maquis planet and the manipulation of the Romulans are done with the intention of protecting the greater good. Through these experiences, Sisko comes to understand the thin line he walks between being a captain and a commander. Unlike his fellow captains, Sisko is willing to blur this line if it means achieving his goals and safeguarding what he holds dear. He would go to any lengths to prevent another tragedy like the loss of his wife. Sisko can be warm and approachable, two of the best qualities of a Starfleet commander. Yet, he can also be tough and unyielding, which sets him apart from his peers. It's this complexity that makes Benjamin Sisko such a compelling character. One cannot simply categorize him, making him deserving of recognition among the franchise's best captains. It's time to give Sisko the credit he deserves and include him in the conversation alongside other Star Trek legends. Do you agree with us? Let us know in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe buttons to our channel. Until next time.